Well, that was one of the games of all time. It goes without saying that Manchester City, in the beginning of the season, were truly in contention for every single trophy against Arsenal. I don't know if I can say that anymore, as optimistic and passionate as I want to be, because as a wise man once said, numbers don't lie, and so does probability. We were so close to catching up to Arsenal in the league, and now it feels very far away. With our last two games in the Premier League being a draw, we're now 9 points behind the Gunners. In that game against Nottingham Forest, a team that was floating above the relegation zone, we had so many chances, like this game should have ended up being 4-2 in favor of us. When we have 70% possession and 21 shots compared to their 9, it's very clear that the chances are there. It's just we can't finish to save our lives. Now in the Champions League, where we play Real Madrid for the billionth time, this guy Federico Valverde turns into prime King Von on the pitch and scores a first half hat trick. I mean, our defense was wide open, so we were kind of asking for it. But even then, if we were out of the Champions League, we should be guaranteed 3 points at West Ham, right? 24 shots to 1, and we still draw 1-1. That has to be some kind of joke. It makes me sick to my stomach. Mark Gahey, I love you, and you're a center back. You're not meant to score. I know that, but you gotta put this one away, especially at the last minutes. And to make matters worse, we have to play Madrid again in 3 days. Look, 90 minutes at the Etihad is a very long time. Sure. For the home fans, we can argue all day if this was a handball or not, whether he shouldn't have gotten sent off since his hand was behind his back, but the matter of the fact is we still played terribly. They were much faster than us and we couldn't finish chances we'd be scoring normally. It could have been 6-1 on aggregate had Vinicius Jr.'s second goal stood. All this talk about Jeremy Doku pocketing Trent Alexander-Arnold, bro. Believe me, I wanted that to be so true, but really it was the other way around for 90 minutes. I have no doubt that the players should be doing much better, sure, but we have to talk about some of these lineup decisions Pep is making. In the first leg of the Champions League match, we didn't even start our best players. Matheus Nunes is one of the best right backs in the Prem, and he didn't even see a minute on the pitch. Nico O'Reilly can't defend at left back. Like, I think that one time we played him left mid, or the other times he's been a DM would be much better. Abdulkadir Kusanov isn't exactly the right choice for that right back position, don't you think? He's good, but let's just stick him at center back next time. Also, why are we playing Antoine Semenyo as our second striker? He's clearly much better on the flanks. He should have replaced Savio, who isn't nearly as good. I still don't know why he started. Bro literally got hooked at halftime because he's just that bad. Ryan Cherokee on the bench? Nah, that's criminal. That's kind of where I cut the line. Because every time he plays, the play is always progressive, and the times he's come off the bench, he's made a very noticeable difference. In a world where Erling Haaland exists, it's hard for Omar Marmoush to find the spotlight, but that game was literally a golden opportunity for him to play accompanying Haaland. Mind you, we were playing a team without Kylian Mbappe and Jude Bellingham, so they were kind of helping us without doing really anything, and we still couldn't get the job done. Man, just imagine if they were there. It would be a long day. Pep literally has all of the tools to create a quadruple winning side. He just needs to know how to use them. Gianluigi Donnarumma is the world's best keeper, or he's up there at least, because we wouldn't be in the position we're in right now without him. In defense, centrally, I think we're the most error prone, especially without Josko Gvardiol, who's out for the rest of the season with a broken leg. Ruben Dias isn't exactly in the best form right now, with lots of teams playing a high line and Dias not being the fastest.
Hurry up, Mr. Tucker. I'm coming.
And Kusanov, I think he should be seeing more playing time and possibly replacing Ruben Dias, because he's fast and he's aggressive, which is something we need. Now, maybe like he can improve on like cleaner tackles, but that's something that I think can easily be trained. Mark Gahey, since coming in, has been a really good leader, especially for such a cheap price. In the midfield, Nico Gonzalez has been good in the cup fixtures, but I understand why he doesn't see the field as much, especially when you have Rodri, who's fit again, putting in good performances. I think it's kind of just unlucky on his part, and I would like to see Nico play more. Bernardo Silva has improved significantly from last season, captaining the team and doing all of the dirty walk like the typical box-to-box midfielder. Keanu Reinders, really good with his passing. If his finishing was better, he'd be starting every single week. All of these players were good, but you know what really bothers me? Phil Foden. He is literally the human definition of jack of all trades, master of none. We don't know what his best position is. It's either on the left wing, the right wing, or as a cam. Yeah, I just don't know. It might be cam, or it's definitely not on the wings, that's for sure. Every game he's played in, he's been a ghost, except that purple patch in December. But we need consistency. I'd rather you get a bunch of 7s instead of an 8 one week and 4 the next week. I think a lot of people would agree. With our offensive options, this is the strong point of our team, and we need to use that to our advantage, which we're clearly not right now. Jeremy Doku is one of our best players. He puts in so many good crosses that just unfortunately can't be finished. Semenyo was tearing it up ever since he joined in the winter transfer window. I'd argue he was the best signing that winter. But Erling Haaland, what has happened to you, man? I mean, don't get me wrong, he's still good, but despite being the Prem's top goal scorer, his presence just not as much. Whatever that may mean, or however you want to interpret that. You used to think, yeah, he's going to get a goal every 1 or 2 games, but I just don't think that's the case anymore. After that second leg loss, life has not become any easier, but the opposite. We have to play the best Arsenal side I've seen in years, and I just pray that we win, because I wouldn't be surprised if we lose. But we have an entire week to prepare, so despite what I said about not being surprised if we lose, I have faith that we will get the job done. Then we play Liverpool in the FA Cup. They're not exactly better than us.
What? We're flying to Philadelphia! Oh, hell no! That's hell no!
I mean, we already beat them 2 times in the Premier League, so anything but a win is just not acceptable. So, and yeah, should be pretty easy. Same with Chelsea. Hey, at least we didn't lose on an aggregate score of 8-2. Life is always a half full, half empty cup in this aspect, isn't it? But then, the big game. Arsenal at home in the Premier League. This is the game to decide whether or not we win in the league. We were so close to winning last time. We just can't experiment with our lineup like we're Walter White and make any dumb mistakes. Can we maintain a winning position unlike a bunch of the games we played this season? Or are we cooked, finished, or burnt to an absolute crisp? So yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know, do Manchester City have a chance of winning literally anything this year? Yes? No? And I also think we have a game in hand, but I don't think that's going to make much of a difference unless Arsenal go on like a massive choking streak, which I mean has happened before, but it's not likely this year. That's all I will say. Yeah, make sure you follow me on TikTok. Link is in the description. Like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. So yeah, have a good day and peace.